Hey guys, Iceman here. And there are a bunch of freaking frogs at the end of this portal. A bunch of Oblivion Knights and their little minions being dicks. So wish me luck. This is Ice Swole, and he's going to go and try to beat Day's ass. Now in this video, I'm using Grief and Lawbringer. And that's what I'm going to experiment with. Alright? I've made several other videos with different combinations with this Baba. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, but look at these frickin' dicks. Yeah, they have fanaticism. You gotta watch out for that. Fortunately, I'm beating Day's ass. They're not as bad as Lord DeSace. But yeah, I don't often run into a pack of knights that are using fanaticism out here. Because, of course... what is it? DeSace always spawns with fanaticism. So, anyway. But this frickin' combo is GG, as you guys can see. And what's really whack, bruh, is how cheap this shit is. Comparatively. Me's not using a Last Wish. Me's not using a Breath of the Dying right now. Yeah, I do have one on Switch. But me's not using a Death. You see? Actually, I think Death is cheaper than Grief. But of course, the base is a bitch to get. And that's hog expensive, man. It's expensive as a hog. As a big fat boar ready for a barbecue, man. It's expensive as that, and then some. But, yeah, Grief is pretty cheap. So, check this out. It has some nice damage, and it only requires a low rune. And a mal rune, of course, you can get from your Hellforge if you want. But what's even more redonkulous, man, is Lawbringer. Lemco. You don't have to make it in a phase blade. It's just convenient because it doesn't break in a phase blade. In fact, you do a lot more damage if you make it in like a conquest sword or a cryptid sword or one of those, man. You're going to do more damage. But I just find it to be not so essential. I haven't tried it in another type of sword. I only use a phase blade, which their damage is shit. Like I said, you don't have to repair it then. So, I mean, if you want to make it in a freaking hog of a conquest sword, go ahead. And you'll probably get good results. In fact, that's best to do, especially if you don't have a Grief yet. Because then you're going to be desperate for damage. Ooh, 15. Let's see if I find a nice hog this game. But I found this charm, as you guys have seen, who have been in tune with watching my videos lately. I don't know, about 5 or 6 vids back, I found this charm rune. Right in the Frigid Highlands. So that's a very nice find. That was before this Diablo mobile bullshit was announced, so I've been kind of spending some time blabbing about that, but I'll blabble about that some more, of course. But today I wanted to show off this Hog of a Barb and this interesting combo of weapons that I'm using. Now the ladder is probably going to restart, in like a month or so. Don't take Iceman's word for it, it's just speculation. And it seems like the tendency is to restart it around that time frame, because it'll be about 6 months, I think, around then. So I encourage you guys to come on. And if you guys are tuned into these videos because you've been involved to some extent in all the Diablo drama going on as of late, come back to Diablo 2, brah. The more people on here, the better. And there's a lot of folks on here, especially when the ladder resets. Join US East, you can run the realms of hell with Iceman, if you please. But yeah, the more folks on here, the better. Blizzard is going to pay attention to that. They already have. They know that this game rocks. And we'll get a remaster one of these days. Hopefully. Or at least a Diablo 4. But that's not what this video is about. But yeah, come back when this ladder resets, because it's going to be GG. And I'm not going to take any handouts. I don't think so anyway. I don't think I'm going to take any handouts this coming ladder. So don't try to give Iceman any freebies, alright? I'm going to find my own shit. And yeah, that's right. By the end of the ladder, I'm probably going to be using like Bartuks on my assassin because I'm not going to get the GG. Because how the fuck am I going to get a jaw, a burr, and 2 more burrs to get the infinity? You know, how am I going to get this stuff, man, if I'm not taking a single handout? It's going to be nuts. And I'm not going to trade outside of game. No, that's the deal breaker right there. Holy shit. Look at this. More SOJs sold. That's a good sign. They haven't been selling too much as of lately. I mean, for several ladders, they haven't been selling much. But that's a great sign. Might get a Diablo clone, but unlikely. But check this out. This combo is so devastating. Now compare this to my other videos. Look at the damage. Just lays waste to these things. And all the gear is the same, except for the swords. So you can draw your own conclusions with that.
Not even death can save you.
Another little charm. Ah! 3% MF is bullshit. But what I've been doing also is popping a few points into Berserk. Because then your Frenzy, as you can see, it gains 1% magic damage per level. And that's really useful. Because they're not 50% immune to magic damage like they are to physical damage in Hell mode. So you don't have to worry about that. Magic damage is so damn deadly. And so is Berserk. Try Berserk on anything, and you'll see how much it just wastes the shit out of it. It's not really the best against bosses, but try it on anything else. So normally with this boss, I'll switch over to Breath of the Dying and Death when I'm fighting the boss, but I just didn't want to do it right there because I was planning on finishing Chaos with this Grief and Lawbringer combo. But obviously when you switch over to Death and Breath of the Dying, you get a ton of Crushing Blow. So that's very nifty brah. But man, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Berserk is crazy deadly. Especially with Grief. Look at this. One slap. Slap. One slap. One fucking slap. It's amazing. And I only put a few points into it. It is so deadly, man. And it's amazing how well this works against physical immunes. Like, you could easily make your way through hell as a barbarian. I'm going to start frenzying these guys. It's just a bit more practical because there's a lot of them. But you could, if you want to start off the ladder, like this coming ladder, if you want to challenge yourself, but yet, you know, have it be doable, you could be the barbarian. Of course, it's a bitch getting high damage weapons. But once you start getting mediocre weapons in hell, you'll be able to berserk the shit out of physical immunes, and there's nothing that's going to be able to stop you. Yeah, berserk is awesome. It's GG. No goodies, Fireman today. Oh, another wrist blade. It's junk. But anyway, if you guys will let me know your thoughts on this little combo here, Lawbringer and Grief. Yeah, I'm very impressed by it. And I have some charms, you know, some damage charms, but not too many. Where are they? Okay. A 9 max damage charm. Holy shit, is that it? That's it. Yeah, Iceman needs some damage charms. I think they're on my Paladin, but... Like this video if you will. Become a patron if you want. I appreciate my patrons. Click the link in the description below. And help Iceman, you know, get a little bit more monies as he plays Diablo. Very pleased with this. And shit. Man, the Blizzard stuff is, you know, pretty disappointing. I was just looking forward to something exciting this BlizzCon, but perhaps better news is to come sometime in the near future. I think there's a good chance it will. Peace be with you.